Well, hello, Young and the Restless Daily Recap fans. Today's recap is for July the 20th, Wednesday, July 20th, 2022. Today was your typical Wednesday episode as far as I'm concerned. Not too much happening. I mean, we have Noah and Allie gushing over each other. And I tell you, you could tell that girl was all into school and not a personal life because once she got one kiss, she wants 10 kisses. She's all into those kisses with Noah now. And then Jack kind of walked in. Jack didn't see them kissing, but you could tell what they were doing, the way they were all, like nothing's happening here. And Jack realized, oh, okay, I should have came in the back. But they're still kind of cute, but not a major storyline for them yet. We'll see where they go with that. Noah did need someone because him just pining over Tessa, that's a no-go. I kind of thought when Tessa's sister came to town, Noah would get involved with her, but I'm happy she's gone because we don't need that chaos yet, because trust me, she's gonna bring some chaos when they bring her back. So Jack just tells her he's happy that she's having fun, out. And she says she's a little nervous, but she's happy too. She's found friends. So, all's good on that Abbott Western front. And then we, excuse me, we have Victoria and Nick. They break the news to Sally. She was already packing up her box, ready to book it on out of there. Sally's like, look, you don't need to let the door hit me. I'll open it, and they told her no, they were going to keep her interim for 90 days. So she has 90 days to prove herself. And they're going to monitor her closely. See, I think my assessment yesterday, where Nick is going to be the one to have to work closer with Sally or closely to monitor Sally. I see that coming a mile away. But they did give her the autonomy to hire Chloe as her COO. For Victoria, it's kind of like, okay, this is your first big decision, and you choose to hire someone that knows nothing about the business as well. Yeah, well, we shall see how that goes because they know Chloe's spotted history. Chloe will need to spend some time in a mental institution from time to time. It wasn't just Chelsea. Chloe goes off of a deep end, but I feel that's behind her now that she's married to Kevin. They have their 2 kids raising together. But Victoria and Nick haven't forgotten, and they were kind of like, Chloe, but hey, if that's what you want, you are the CEO. Go for it, CEO. And they said they're here to support her in the whole 9 yards. So we'll see. I really believe they're going to make Sally make this a success. Because Sally can do, when she sets her mind to it, when she doesn't get distracted, she can do great things. But you see, she's still distracted, still calling Adam. I don't want this job. If this is why you did it, I'd rather have you. She's still on that vein. So anyway, and then we had the scene where Adam went to see Ashlyn, and he got the maid to open the door, and they saw the whole room was destroyed. And Ashlyn comes in. He had been released out on bail. And you could just see him like, he's just at wit's end, and he's just deciding on what devious plan he's going to go with. And Adam tried to smooth talk him. And some of the things he said, Ashlyn is like, you do know Victoria said the same thing, And Adam is like, we need to work together. We could, what is your plan? And so Ashley says, no, let me ask you, what would your plan be? What would you do? And Adam gave the typical, hit my father where it hurts, burn the business down to the ground, burn it down to the ground. And Ashley just looks at him, and Ashley says, well, just one thing I've learned it's not Victor's business that he holds dearest to him. What he holds dearest to him is his daughter. And Adam kind of looked at him like, oh, wait, you gonna go after Victoria herself? Because Ashlyn says, no, what you want to do, yeah, that's a business calculated move. He goes, this is personal for me. This is personal, which to me was the most dangerous statement Ashlyn could make, is, oh, it's personal. And he's gonna take it very personal, away from the boardroom and into Victoria's rooms where she lives, you know. He's gonna really do, and you know what? Let's see. Victoria is so smug. I definitely never ever condone violence, but she underestimated what Ashlyn will do, because Victoria never truly knew that man. He was a mountain of lies. Okay, so she just overestimated this person she didn't even know. Did you know, remember when Tara was in the picture and she had to deal with Ashlyn? She was shaking sometimes of Ashlyn, okay? There's a reason for that. There's a definite reason for that. So Adam realized, and Ashlyn calmly told him, no, we don't need to work together. And with what my plans are and what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you plausible deniability. I'm not telling you what I'm going to do. This way, when asked, you honestly say you had no idea. And he calmly got up. He said, look, we're on two different paths here, and I don't need company. So he escorted Adam out of his hotel room and had that look like, yeah, my plan, I'm still thinking of the plan, but oh, it's coming into motion, okay? So Adam walks outside of the hotel room, and Adam kind of looks a little bit worried, like, wait a minute. I think he may plan on hurting Victoria, or he's going after Victoria. So it's interesting, Adam's first inclination, his first instinct was to go to warn Victoria. He went to the office, she wasn't there. She was out with Nick at having lunch. And I tell you, I'm so sick of Nick and Victoria being joined at the hip. When will they ever do any work? Oh my goodness. So anyway, he sees Victoria's not there. Sally's trying to call him, and that's when she left her message about wanting him over the job. So it didn't show if he's going to answer, or no, he didn't answer because it showed him listening to the voice recording of the message Sally left. But the interesting scene today for me, to me, it was kind of comical too at some point. We have Nikki, Phyllis, and Ashley. All three of them don't like each other, period. Okay? Nikki will never forgive Ashley for stealing Victor's sperm and creating Abby. And also, look, Victor married her twice or three times, however many times he's married Ashley. Now, this is a trivia. Who can tell me how many times Ashley and Victor have been married? I kind of think it might be three. You know, Vicky and Nikki has always kind of felt a little like, you are Victor's go-to girl when me and Victor are on the outs, you know. And, you know, Phyllis has her own colorful past. But, you know, what's interesting is Nikki needs to thank Ashley because it was actually Diane that was stealing that sperm. Nick thought she was stealing Victor's sperm, and Nikki switched that for Jack's. But anyway, but Phyllis, they're talking to Phyllis, and Phyllis is getting loud. Oh my goodness, Phyllis is going off of a deep end, and they're trying to tell her, you have to get a better handle on yourself. And one thing Ashley said is, she says, look, if we're going to work with you, if Nikki and I are going to get into this with you, we can't be watching you to make sure you're not doing something stupid or, you know, just off the hinges. And Phyllis is like, I know how to control myself. I know. And no, she doesn't. Phyllis is. Ashley's like, because are you okay? You don't seem okay. Are you okay? And Phyllis is like, yes, I'm okay. It was so funny. She's not okay. But at least we have these two women to kind of keep her from hitting Diane with a car, running her over. We'd hate to see that repeat. But Nick and Victoria walk in, and as the ladies were wrapping things up, and they're like, wait, what do we have here? And Nick is like, I don't know, this could be a dangerous collaboration, you know? And Vicky is looking at him because he's like, last time you guys were plotting on where you need to hide the body. And even though Ashley's looking like, wait a minute, what you talking about body? See, Ashley didn't know about the whole JT debacle. It was Phyllis, but it was the other actress playing Phyllis, Nikki, and Victoria with that whole saga, so they will come together from time to time. But at the end, Phyllis ended up selling out Victoria and Nikki during the trial phases of that. Phyllis was saving her own skin. But it's just kind of comical to see them together, the way they react to each other. But there's one thing they all agree on. Bottom line, Diane is deadly. She is going to blow up the lives of the people she cares about. And that is Diane Jenkins. And one thing they agree on is they said, Nikki, no, keep having your investigators look into this, because Diane cannot be squeaky clean. She just can't. It's not in her nature. So they will find out something. I really, really feel. But that's pretty much my recap on The Young and the Restless today. I do have some comments from Comment Corner. I love comments. I have comments from Annette. Annette feels that Adam and Diane would be a pair. From what I hear in the past, and if anybody remembers, because I don't remember Diane and Adam as allies in the past, but somebody made reference to that on the show. Or Adam said, I've had my own dealings with Diane. I don't remember what those dealings are, but if any of you out there, any of you Y&R fans remember, kind of type it in the comments. And then Annette says, using Lil Harrison, shame on the Newmans, yeah, they did use them. Thank goodness the little boy didn't know. And then he says, Nick, she feels kind of like I do, Annette. Nick is going to see a side of Sally, who's misunderstood, but she's smart. And Sally's also smart enough to play a victim. She will see Nick's kind side and rope him right in. Sally is smart. And then Annette also says, she agreed with me that she could see them putting Nick and Sally together. And then she says that Sharon will be on Adam's list of getting even with the Newmans. You know what? Yes and no. He only uses Sharon to get under Nick's skin, but he doesn't use Sharon in any kind of manner to hurt Sharon. If it's one person that Adam loves, he loves Sharon Newman, which was always the problem that Chelsea had in their relationship, that Sharon was always somehow brought into it. I am just surprised he didn't bring Sharon into the relationship with him and Sally. So let's see, I've got some other comments too, got some great comments on Y&R. And then Monique says she's having the feeling that Phyllis, Nikki, and Ashley's plan to run Diana out of town is not going to work. I feel the same way. There's just no way. The only way Diane will have to make an exit is under Diane's own hands. Diane is not a good person. And Diane is going to have to show her hand at some point, and Kyle will see the kind of person she is. Like, don't let Summer, she do something and Summer feels, no, this is a threat to my family. And now Summer tries to separate Kyle from Diane. That's when Diane will get deadly towards Summer. That's when she'll start to really go after Summer. And that's where Kyle will have to find out. And he'll leave his mother in a heartbeat for Summer because he completely adores Summer Newman. So those are some great comments. Thank you so much. I will be back tomorrow, Thursday, July the 21st, with another daily recap of The Young and the Restless.